Hi, my name is Eva Hyatt. No relation to the Hyatt Empire Hotel. All I get is a room upgrade, okay? I am the owner of Wild Truffles Catering here in Las Vegas. I've been in business for the last 11 years. We have done all kinds of food, all kinds of location, parking lot, homes, you name it. Okay, today we're going to take a different spin though. I'm going to introduce you to some of the ethnic foods that I cook with oftentimes. I have Indian clients, I have Sri Lankan clients, Pakistani clients, I have Korean clients, I have Filipino clients, I have Italian, German, French, you name it. So I have to be able to cook to suit all of my clients. In addition to that, I do come with a Caribbean background as well. So I am very, very flexible in using all of these products that the British brought all over the world. Okay, now we go to the supermarkets here in, say, Las Vegas, or anywhere in the US for that matter, and you see the ethnic section. I very rarely see people there, but when I do see people there, they are constantly asking me, what is that? How do you eat it? How do you prepare it? And I am like, oh, we need to do something to educate or broaden the food horizon of so many of our citizens, because there's so many healthy food there that can add some diversity to their diet, which probably have medicinal values as well. But I will try to, point out some of those that I've heard is good for something. Say for instance the coconut. This is fresh coconut, or we call it jelly coconut because the meat inside is not very dense, it's very gelatinous. Okay, so hence jelly coconut. The water inside, when I was growing up, the doctors prescribed it for people with all kinds of ailment. They told them to drink the jelly coconut with a straw. And now I have seen everywhere in the ethnic section coconut water in cans, coconut water frozen, coconut water in all different forms. So there must be some truth to all of that medicinal jargon. Okay, then we come to the Karaila. It is very bitter, very, very bitter, but very tasty, especially when you put it in some curry. Okay, it can be stuffed, it can be cut open and stuffed with cheese, mozzarella cheese, paneer, or feta, or any cheese you would like. Okay, but it is good, it's very bitter, so good for the bile. Okay, we have the bananas. The bananas has so many purposes. Everywhere on the planet I go, I see bananas, whether they grow there or not. So here we have different kind of bananas. I'm not showcasing the bananas that we usually get at the supermarket because it is there. Okay, but here we have these small baby bananas. Some people call them honey bananas. Here we have the red banana. The texture is totally different from the regular banana you get in the supermarket. This one is a bit coarser, okay, or a bit harder than the regular bananas you get in the supermarket. Here you have another shorter variety. It is equally as sweet. It can be very stainy if it is not fully ripe. But the bananas offer a lot of vitamins and potassium, and there goes your medicinal value. Here we have okra. Okay, I'm sure you have never seen an okra this long. Oops, there goes my eggplant. But this is the Chinese okra. Okay, and this is the okra that we are used to. And bear in mind, these come in purple as well. Okay, then we move from we have the eggplant, of course, one fell, but the eggplant come in many different colors, not just purple, and they come in different sizes as well. This kind of size, you'll see them green, plain green, or variegated, green and white, or a deeper purple, or sometimes just white. Okay, here's the Japanese eggplant, and then you have the regular eggplant that is very, very large and a bit more purple in color. Okay, they're very good roasted for baba ganoush or sauteed or just about anything else that you'd use any other vegetable to do. Here we have a potpourri of root vegetables, okay, tubers. We have sweet potato, We use yams here in the U.S. frequently, especially coming Thanksgiving. But this variety is white on the inside. It is not as soft as the yellow yams that we're used to. It's more dense and it's more carbohydrate content. It's very starchy. Oops. This is another yam, and I have to walk over and get a knife because this is a purple yam. It is not, it probably looks a little white on the outside, but it's a purple yam. It cooks up the same way you would do a potato. Okay, so in many different islands or countries, they use these tubers same way they use potatoes. Same for rice, it's a starch. Okay, so there they get their carbohydrates. Here is another variety of potato. This is the white potato. And inside, when I cut it, it is white or off-white. Okay, so there are your potatoes. And there are other kinds of potatoes. This is just a few. There are so many more varieties. All depends on where you're from, where you travel to, or the ethnic supermarket you're used to. Oops, here is the taro. You have large taro and you have small taro. You have a white heart taro, you have a yellow, and you have pink. Some people call the pink one Sally. This one is called Minty or a Commander Head, or all different varieties. So many varieties. We will not be able to get all the varieties in this one segment. Okay, but when you cut the taro open, this is white. Okay, there are some that are pink. And then you have the large ones that you see a lot in, say, probably Hawaii. And they use it in so many different ways, sweet and savory. Okay, and it's the same thing. You can use it for sweet or savory. It is a substitute for potato as well. And today we are going to be using a purple veined one for our shrimp cook-up. That's what we're going to do. So all you'll have to do is peel the outer off all the way, put it in boiling water, salt, and that's it. You can take it out and eat it as it is, cut it in the size or the shape you want them, or you can mash it just like a mashed potato with the cream and the nutmeg, the salt, the butter, same thing. Okay, this is Chinese yuca. Okay, this is the yuca that many of us are used to. Okay, all of these you get tapioca from. And that's why when you go to the Asian area, they have all these tapioca balls and all of that. This is where it's from. Okay, aside from the tapioca balls, we use it the same way as a potato. You boil it, you can smash it, mash it, you can fry it, you can make chips from it, you can make desserts from it, you make starch for your clothes from it. So it is very, very versatile. This is from Japan. I've seen it grown in Japan. They grow these in sawdust. Okay, back home we call this a sweet yam. Okay, because it's very, very soft when you cook it. In Japan, they don't cook it. They grate it and they use it in their sauces and their dressings and accompaniments to some of the meals that they eat. Okay? But it's the same thing. You can make a porridge from some of these. You can make a mash, anything, any one of them, give them the name, or you can use them in your desserts. This is the cactus leaf. The Mexicans call it cactus leaf. We call it tuna. Its purpose is varied. It can be used as a shampoo, or can be used as a pomade, meaning you're going to grate the cactus leaf or blend it with petroleum jelly and you make a pomade for that for your hair. Okay, and I understand it helps in the growth. People use it, they soak it in water and use that water as a bath because of medicinal properties that it probably has. I am no genius, so I don't know about that. Here we have another one that's going to give me some thorns in my finger. This is the chayote, but this one is the hairy chayote. Okay, some people call it chayote, other people call it achayote, and some people, probably other ethnic group will have another name for it. Some people call it chocho. I guess it's similar to achayote, is the short for achiote chocho. But Inside, when you cut it open, it is white and it has some like glue spots bubbling up. Okay? The inside, you take the inside out. This is the seed. This is where a new plant would come from. You take that out, you take the skin off, and you can use it like you would use any other vegetable. Okay? You can julienne it, you can dice it, you can use it in salad. It's better marinated if you're going to use it raw, or you blanch it or toss it up. You can take the inside out, you cook it down, you take it out, you mash it, you stuff it back with ground meat or chicken and cheese, you bake it off, top it off with some cheese and paprika and some spice, and you have a stuffed achiote. I don't need to introduce the tomatella to you because this is what we use in our salsa. And aside from salsa, we can use them in dressing and other sauces as well, not just for salsa. There are so many varieties of chilies. This is just a few. There's so many varieties, so I won't even go too deep on that because we all know some of the varieties of those. I just introduced you to the bananas, the different kind of bananas. Here we have the green bananas. Many people would look at this and say, oh, they're green, they're hard. When are they going to be ready to be eaten? Well, these will take a couple of days because they were imported. If they were picked fresh from the tree, it would not be ripened so quickly because it would be too immature. But because they process these for export and the intended use is to have them ripen, they will ripen a couple of days left at room temperature. But right now this is very hard and very dense, so very starchy. The starch has not turned to sugar as it has in the yellow ones. So these are great for boiling. Boiled bananas with some curry goat, or boiled bananas with some stewed beef or roasted chicken, or whatever you'd like with it. It boils up just like a potato, the same thing. Water, salt, and that's it. Other than that, other variations to the boiled banana is mashing the bananas. You can fry it. That's where you get the banana chips from. Banana is not plantains. Please do not mix the two up. They're just cousins. Okay? So this one, all you have to do is take a line down the center, like so, or you can peel it off piece by piece, and you expose the white flesh that's inside. And that's what you boil. I have had friends who, because they did not want, it's very stainy, I must say. So it will leave some mark on your fingers if you use your fingers to pull it apart. And I will try to demonstrate, only I'm gonna mess up my finger. Okay, so it comes off like that. But many people do not want to get that stain on their hand. One way of preventing the stain is to oil your hands before you start the process. They boil it in the skin and then they take it off. This green part of the banana has a lot of iron. So if you boil it in, the banana inside is going to be a little, the flavor is going to be a little different than if you would have taken off the green part. But it is still okay, not a big deal. Another great thing about this is great for porridge. How we get the porridge? Nowadays we have the blender, so you don't have to grate it. So you put it in the blender with water and you heat all of that up and you keep stirring it just like you're doing a polenta, and you add sugar, you add milk or cream, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla, almond, whatever you'd like, and there you go. Some raisins probably. Porridge. You can make dumplings from this. This has so many uses. You can make dumplings from this. You grate it. I wouldn't suggest the blender this time because for the dumplings then you get too much liquid. So you're gonna grate it and just add a little flour to hold it together, some salt and some pepper, and there you are. Your soup is going or your broth is going, just drop it in. Dumplings, okay? And then when that is all said and done, you can make flour from this. And I'll just step back a little. You can make flour from all of these, okay? So you dry this, and I don't know where this word came from, but my mother used to use it. She called it concante. Whenever she made the flour, she called it concante. So I don't know if it's an African word at all. I've never researched it. I probably should. But you can make a flour from this. When you make the flour, it has different purposes. You can use it for baking as a gluten-free flour as well, and has most of those gluten-free. And you can make porridge again from it, or breads or muffins or any other kind of dessert, as well as use it as a thickening agent for your sauces and whatever else you want to thicken. The mangoes, I have a boat full of mangoes here, and mangoes are packed with vitamins, okay, C for sure, okay, and these are great for desserts, they're great for salads, they're great for dressings, they are great for just sitting back and enjoying the whole boat full of mango, just sitting there and eating them, peeling the skin back and exposing that yellow, succulent, sweet flesh, okay? Bear in mind that these are imported mangoes. Everything from the tropics are imported here. To get them here to market, they have to pick them immature, so they're not fully mature from the tree. They pick them and then they treat them in order to export them. Other than that, they'd all be rotten or broken down, and we would not be able to enjoy a good edible mango or any of the other fruits. I'll go back to my Cariella or bitter melon, okay? We have different varieties as well. Okay, and these they are green now, but later on, left on the tree, or if they're mature enough, left in the supermarket, they start turning yellow and orange. It's turning, the sugars are starting to be made. So that means you can, it's fermentation is taking place. Okay, you have this small one, you have other small ones, you have different pattern ones, and these are great for teas. Aside from eating with curries and stuffing with cheese, they're great for teas. The leaves are great for teas, okay? And those are very, very strong in the medicine shelf. You'll go on the medicine shelf and you'll see cirrussi they call it, or Cariella leaf. Okay, these you make a powder from it as well. And the powder you can use in your masalas or your seasonings to add flavor. If you wanted a bitter flavor to something, then you'd add the powder of this. So they dry up and you powder them, or a flour if you want to call it that way. Here, this is another kind of bean. We're used to green beans, just blanching them and eating them. This is another bean that we blanch up and eat. Or we curry. We make a curry from the beans, meaning we cut it up, or we do it whole and we curry that. Add some cumin, add some coriander, add some, where's my other? Turmeric, fresh turmeric, or the dried curry powder, okay, with some fenugreek and all of that. Beautiful. Okay, beside that we have another fruit that is not familiar to many people. Rambutan. Okay, it opens up like this. It is a cousin to the lychee, and you can cook with it as well as just pop it out. It pops right out and you can eat it. You can take the seed out from the inside and you can use the seeds in your cooking as well. Here we have the locut. Okay, and it's the same thing. You just crack the shell open. And these are, you can get these frozen in the Chinese supermarket as well as fresh. The same thing, same process. You take it out and you can just open it, expose the green, the black seed. You take that out and you have the meat ready for your cooking or eating just as is. We come down to the lychee. Very juicy, much juicier than all of the others. It is a little bit more opaque. It is not as translucent as the other ones. And the seed, there's a black seed inside as well. You take that out and you can use the meat for cooking, for cocktails, for syrups, for dressings, for sauces, for whatever you would like. Just plain eating and enjoying. The chickpea, this is fresh chickpea. Many people have never seen chickpea fresh. This is what it looks like. And you'll see them in the Asian market or the Mexican market. You will see those. Okay, so those, you just open them. Here's a little stem. Just pull the stem off and open the pod to expose the fresh garbanzo bean. So you can make your hummus, you can make your stews, whatever you use garbanzo beans for. Beside that, we have the galanga. It's a cousin to the ginger, It's a more fibrous. Okay, it's not as smooth as the ginger. See, it's difficult to cut. It's a little, it's lots of tubes inside. Okay, so, but it's the same purpose. You can blend it, you can grate it, and you cook it or boil it, cut it small, boil it down in water, use the water as your flavoring. Say, for instance, you're making a Asian vegetarian soup. This is a nice base for that. Okay, the ginger had spice. Ginger is great, great for your stomach as well. And it had spice. There's a starch inside of it, so this can be powdered as well, dried and powdered. So you have ginger powder. It is great for teas, great for desserts, great for macaroons. I use it in nearly everything that I season because it is just fantastic. You can cook it, you can eat it raw, you can make a drink out of it. Ginger beer, okay? Or ginger ale, as you mainly will see at the bars and stuff like that, but makes a great wine. Okay, so ginger is very, very useful. There are so many uses. I could take you to town with ginger for a whole week using ginger. Okay, beside the ginger we have the tamarind. Okay, tamarind comes sweet and tamarind comes sour. Okay, very, very tart. I have some here that I'm going to use in my shrimp today, but all you have to do is break the pot open to expose that beautiful brown fruit. Okay, and then all you have to do is eat it. Or you can take the pot off, soak it in liquor, and you have a ginger vodka, for instance. Or you can take the meat off. There's a dark seed inside of there. Take the meat off scrape the meat off and it's very easy. It's very easy to come off, see? Very easy. Take the meat off the seeds and you use it, make a paste. You can use it in chutneys, you can use it in sauces, you can use it in your soup, making sauces, making candies. We have what we call a ginger ball, where we take the meat off, mix it with sugar, brown sugar or any kind of sugar, and just make a paste out of that. Then you roll it in a ball, and there you have a candy. Okay, so that's so easy. But aside from that, we use them to make other kinds of dessert ice creams and syrups and stuff like that. This is not ethnic, but it is new, very new, where we have white carrot, golden carrot, and purple carrots. And these are beautiful addition to your regular vegetable. Look how beautiful that carrot is. It's not just purple, but it's variegated, purple and white. And it all depends on the carrot. Each individual carrot has its own character. So some might have less white, more purple, or a different mix. Okay? And the golden, sometimes it comes a little bit more golden than this. It's golden with white right now. Every single item, it's like human, where we're all different, the same. There are as many rice as there are days in the week and more. You have a white samba rice. Here you have a glutinous rice, black rice. You have a smoked basmati, a white basmati. You have a brown basmati. Okay, here you have a sweet white rice. And sweet white rice comes depending on which country it is from or which farm it is from, you know, or when it's harvest. I find the grains to be different. Some can be white, very white. Some can be flat. Some can be a little bit rounder, a little fatter. So it's not consistent. You cannot say, well, sweet white rice looks like this, because it's different. It's the same thing like sweet brown rice, which we have as well. Here we have the wild rice, which many of us are used to, a little bit hard. And you have the Italian rice that we use for risotto. You have the forbidden rice, very, very China forbidden rice, and this is our Forbidden City rice. This is very, very dark. It is not as glutinous as the glutinous rice, okay, but equally as nice. Here you have bulgur. Bulgur comes in, it's a cracked wheat, and it comes in different coarseness. This is a coarseness number 4. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coarse is very, very coarse. 1 is very fine, okay? And then we have other herbs here. We have a black cumin. Up top we have regular cumin. This is a black cumin, and if you put both of them together, you can see the difference. But they are the same. They serve the same purpose. Okay, all of these herbs and spices have medicinal purposes. Okay, here we have poppy seed. Usually we see black poppy seed, but you have white, and you have different levels or degrees of white as well. Here you have the achiote or nata or anato. Okay, so there are three names: achiote, nata, or anato. Anato is the short. Nato is a short for anato. Okay, and this is a color. This adds color to your food, to your stews, to your sauces, to your whatever you cook, to your rice, to your patties, the Jamaican beef patties. That's where you got the color from, the anato, and so many other things. Okay, so many people make an oil out of this, or they make a paste. They use lard or you know, shortening, color those, and they use that to add the oil to. So it's easier to use than extracting. Because if I was to use this, I'd have to simmer this in some oil to extract the color, which takes a little while. Here you have cardamom. Cardamom, this is black cardamom, which is great in, say, Indian masala, the chai tea. Is making a masala for a chai tea. Great for that. You have black, you have white, you have green. And aside from making a chai tea, it is great in all the cookings, all the masalas, all the spices of, say, India, for instance. Okay? Here you have the seeds from the cardamom. So all of these, you open the pods, and there are seeds. Okay, this many people probably don't know, but this is the pomegranate flour or pomegranate powder. We all, especially here in Las Vegas, pomegranate grows very, very well. And we eat the fruit. Before, I used to see them just popping on the tree, but now I see them in the market. So we are beginning to explore the uses for all of these ethnic foods. But this one is the powder. The powder comes from the seeds. So the seeds are dried and then pounded, and we get or ground, and we get the powder. This is dry mango powder. Mango, you have green mangoes and you have ripe mangoes. This is from the green mangoes. Sabudana. This is from the sago palm. Many of us here in the desert have sago palm. This comes from the heart of the sago palm. It's a starch, and it is used kind of like a pasta. To make you make salads with it, or you can use it as a thickening agent as well. Okay. The one other thing I didn't touch on was the papaya. This is a green papaya. It probably looks like a flower because I carved it, but it's a green papaya. And the green papaya I'm going to use today, you shred it, you make a salad. You can use it, I use it as a tenderizer. Okay, because this green can be dried and make a powder off. When I was little, my mom used to put a green papaya when she was cooking cuts that were very, very tough, took long to cook. She would put some of the green papaya in, and it cooked faster. Okay, tenderizes the meat. So that is one purpose. Aside from that is salads and stews, and you can use it as a vegetable, same way you would use the chocho, okay, or a squash, because these are squashes. The papaya is not a squash, but these are squashes from the squash family. You can use the papaya the same way. Okay, and then we go on to several different herbs. You have the fenugreek. This is fresh fenugreek, and here is the seeds from the fenugreek. Okay, so when they are dry and fresh, the flavors are different, but the uses can be the same. Sauces, stews, seasoning up your rice, making a pilaf from, or using it as a salad. You can use this as a salad, you know, garnishing your salad, cutting it up, make a herb salad as well. Okay, and today we're going to do a banana dressing, which is not typical. We're typical of Ranch, Caesars, Thousand Islands, and all of that stuff. And we're going to do a mango. So first, let's do the mango. So this is one mango, and I'm going to show you how to get the mango off the bone or the seed. So I cut one side here. You just cut the other side. Cut it. Just go back and forth with that knife. Take that mango off, and it's easier for me if I use this. Okay, a spoon will do just well. Okay, but there goes all my mangoes, and okay, all the meat's out. Okay, this is my trusted little tool, but you can use a spoon as well, or you can just peel the mango, peel the skin off, just like that, and then cut the mango off. Okay, so this is one mango. We're gonna put that in the blender. To that, we're gonna add a teaspoon of mustard. We're gonna add a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 full teaspoon of garlic. Okay, now we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of hot water. This is a 1/4 cup. We're gonna add some lemon juice, a tablespoon of lemon juice. And the lemon juice is done fresh, right here, lemon juice. Now we're gonna add 1 cup of oil, but we're gonna go slowly adding the oil. Once the dressing starts thickening up, then it's ready. Okay, so here the consistent is that of a dressing, and the color is beautiful. Okay, that is your mango. And you can always add some cilantro. Look how creamy that is. Look at that. Okay, so there goes your mango dressing. Okay, with the mango dressing, we are going to make a salad. Here I have a very green mango, a very ripe mango, and a medium ripe or green mango. Okay, so all we did was the same process: cut it off the bone, then cut it up, then slice it, and just julienne. Okay, so I ended up with these little sticks, mango sticks. Okay, now we're gonna make a dressing, we're gonna make a salad of that. Okay, so we're gonna take the green mangoes, the medium green, sorry, the ripe, and the green. Okay, we're gonna toss that with a little salt and pepper, fresh ground black pepper. Very good with mango because of the tangy. It gives you that spice, and then a little salt to balance some of the tang. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna do because I have my beautiful dressing right there. Okay. So now I'm gonna add some of the mango dressing and toss that around. Okay, and I'm gonna chop some fresh cilantro. And this cilantro is gonna be the flat leaf cilantro. See, this one is flat leafed. The other one is different. This is a cilantro, and this is a cilantro as well. So 2 different kinds of cilantro. The flavor in this one is a little bit more intense. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this in with my mango salad. Okay, so I'm gonna toss that again. Oops, there's my knife. And then I'm gonna plate this up. Okay. And to this you can add some raisins, you can add some berries, some grapes, some strawberries, and all of that. Okay, so don't be scared to experiment. Okay, there's your mango salad. I'm gonna put some garnish on that. I'm gonna put some microgreens. Okay. There you go. That's it. Okay, I'll clean that up a little. And there is your mango salad with your mango dressing. Okay, topped off with microgreens. Intensity. Okay, so now we're gonna do our banana dressing. Okay, so I take the peel off the banana, take all of these membranes off. Okay, usually tends to make things dark, so I take them away. Okay, I break that, put that in the blender. Okay, and the basic of a dressing, the mustard, the garlic. Okay, 1 teaspoon mustard, 1 teaspoon garlic on this one, because the banana has a different flavor. We're gonna add a teaspoon of ginger in there. Okay, and then we're gonna do some pepper, fresh ground pepper, about a 1/8 of a teaspoon, and some salt. And the salt is gonna be 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, then we're gonna add some rice wine vinegar. This is 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. And we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of hot water. Okay, hot water. There it is, a 1/4 cup. And then we're gonna add our oil as soon as the blender goes. The one other thing we're gonna add to this is some fenugreek. Okay, so a little chopped fresh fenugreek right in the blender. All right, and then my cup of oil, which I'll be adding as soon as the blender starts going. Okay, so see, the dressing is nice and creamy. Okay, very nice consistency, nice color with the paleness of the banana and the green of the fenugreek. Okay, so we're going to use that as our dressing for our next salad. Okay. So now we're going to plate up our salad. Here we have some papaya balls. Okay, so there I used the Parisian scoop, scooped out my balls, and I layered them on my plate. Okay, so that's the papaya. And then I'm going to use the beet, and I'm going to drop right in the center of that. Okay, then I'm going to go with my carrot, not as much as the beet, so it sits right on top. Okay, and then I'm going to finish it off with my golden beets. Okay, just a couple of threads. Okay, just a couple of threads, and that goes right on top of that. And now I'm going to add my banana dressing. Okay, I shake it up, I put it in a squeeze bottle so that it's easy to handle. And I probably squeeze a little here and there just to make the plate look a little pretty. Okay, and then I squeeze it all over the salad. Okay, and if you need more salad, you can always get it. And because I had some fenugreek in there, I'm going to add a little fenugreek oil. Just a little, just a dollop of fenugreek oil to add some color and flavor to the plate once you start getting into the salad. Okay? So there it is. Okay, now I won't go so fast, so far.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Here I have a tricolor tomato salad with mozzarella cheese, fresh mozzarella. So here's a brown tomato, a orange tomato, and a regular red tomato. And now I'm gonna add some basil because I'm making kind of like a caprese salad. So I'm gonna add some fresh basil. Okay, I'm not gonna chop the basil, so whomever gets the basil has the whole piece of basil. Okay, these are all baby sweet basil. Okay, I'm gonna add that. And then I'm gonna add some cress to the middle for that salad effect. Some micro cress. So we have added some cress, and we're gonna add some balsamic. Just a little balsamic. Balsamic is a way of running wherever it wants to go. And then I'll do some pesto as well. Okay? And pesto is the blending of basil, pine nuts, garlic, some Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper. Okay, and now I'm going to top it off with some butterflies that I made. Okay? We're gonna do 3 butterflies. Okay, we have a white butterfly, we have a red butterfly, and we have a golden butterfly, just to complement the colors that are in this salad. Okay, there you are, voila. Okay, so today we're gonna be using some of our ethnic items to make a shrimp dish. Okay, and with that shrimp, I'm gonna make some mashed or country mashed malanga or taro, and we're gonna add some red peppers, green, yellow, and orange to that. Okay, so first I'm gonna make a marinade for the shrimp. For that, I use my trusted blender over here, and for the marinade, I'm gonna use some of my epazote. Okay, this is a herb that you'll find in the ethnic section. Epazote is medicinal as well. Okay, so I'll put some epazote in, then I'll put just a little, 2 little fingers full of ginger. Okay, probably a little bit more. Okay, then we're gonna put some garlic powder and some onion powder. I don't like blending the onion fresh because it tastes a little funny. Then we're gonna add some salt and pepper. I blended some salt and pepper together, so I'll just add a little of that. And then I'm just gonna need some trusty olive oil and canola oil blend. Okay, so about a 1/2 cup. Okay, for the shrimp I'm only doing like a portion of shrimp. Okay. There that goes. I'm gonna pour that right on my shrimp. And to that, we are going to use some marsala. I ground it this morning in my trusty little grinder. Okay, from fresh, roasted the coriander, roasted the cumin, and the onion seeds, and some fenugreek, and that we're gonna add a little of that. Okay, and to that, that's about a 1/2 teaspoon. And then we had like a 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. Okay, and then I'm just gonna make sure it's all mixed in and let it sit for a little bit. I have some marinated already. This is what it looks like. And I am now going to saute that.
Okay, so you can mix it up a little bit now, like you're showing it off.
Okay. Okay, while I get that ready, I am going to be julienning my peppers. I'm just gonna do a rough julienne, okay? I have a green pepper, orange, yellow, and red, which I cleaned, take the membranes out, so we just get pepper flavor, not membrane flavor. Okay, I'm very lazy, so I usually try to do more than one thing at a time. Okay, multitasking, cutting all the colors together. So there we go. Okay, I'll just cut everything since I have it there. Okay, there that is. And now I'm gonna be sauteing that. With that saute, I'm gonna use some fresh red onions, some ginger, and some garlic. Okay. There we are, fire, let's go. We're gonna use some butter, some olive oil blend on that. So as soon as the pan is ready, my pan is ready for my shrimp, so I'll be doing 2 things at one time. I'm gonna use some butter, just about 2 teaspoons of butter for the amount of shrimp. I'm gonna put a little oil so I can get a nice caramelization going. Okay, and there I do, put my shrimp in. Okay. In the meantime, that is happening. Okay, I have my mashed malanga here that I did earlier. Okay, this mashed with cream and butter, and I've added a little cilantro. Okay, so okay, we turn that down a little. Okay, And let that sit and cook for a little bit while I do the peppers. Okay, so the oil. About a tablespoon of chopped onion. A teaspoon of ginger. And 1 full teaspoon of garlic. Okay, so we toss that around. And then we're gonna add our peppers. Just do a handful of peppers for the portion I need. Probably a little bit more, but there that goes. Okay. Okay, we're gonna add some salt and pepper to that. And then I'm gonna finish it off with some chopped epazote. Okay, so I'll just get me some fresh epazote. Get me my knife, my trusted little knife here. I'll just put these out of my way. Okay, and since it's just a small amount I need, I'll just go chopping away. Okay. Okay, so in a couple of minutes, I am ready to plate this baby up. Now that we have finished cooking our shrimp and our mashed malanga and sauteed our little vegetables, we're gonna plate up a dish. Okay, so here we are with the malanga, nice chunky, just like a country mashed potato, same thing here. Okay, a little garlic, a little nutmeg, cream, salt and pepper. Okay, so there is our malanga. Okay, just maybe about 2 scoops. Okay, now we're gonna put on our vegetable. And I'm just gonna stack them. Oh, oh me, oh my. Look at them colors fly. Wow. Okay, and here we are with our shrimp coming right up. Okay. Okay, this shrimp has a lot of char on there. Okay, so it should be really crispy on the outside. And here we have some white sprouts and some fire stick. Okay, there we are. Voila. So this is the mashed malanga, okay? And one ingredient that I put in was the tamarind, and hence you see the dark. That's the caramelizing of the tamarind. And this is the tamarind pulp, which I'll bring right over. This is the tamarind pulp that I cooked in, sauteed in. Okay, so it's a little tang. Not all of this because it's very tangy, so just a little. Okay, and in that we added a little agave syrup. So everything exotic, everything not native to the US.